Hey, what's up guys, it's Zach and welcome back to my channel for another video. And also, welcome back for a new series on the channel called The Mind of Dak. Alright guys, so I'm just going to simply summarize what this new series is all about. In this series, each episode we will be discussing a new, different topic or subject each and every episode that I would like to talk about and discuss with you guys. Examples include sports like baseball, basketball, and football, wrestling, video games, my faith, school, band, personal life, anything in between those, and just about anything and everything I can think of. And especially even the subjects that I can't even think about right now. And for today's episode, the first inaugural episode, we'll be talking about and giving our predictions for WWE's upcoming pay-per-view this weekend, known as NXT Vengeance Day. So this weekend for NXT Vengeance Day, there will be 6 matches, and the first match we are going to be talking about is the NXT Championship Steel Cage match between the champion Braun Breaker and the challenger Grayson Waller. It was a smart move by Shawn Michaels to implement the steel cage, especially with the fact of the matter being that the last time these two met up for a championship match, it ended in a countout in favor of Braun Breaker. So he retained his title, which is not the greatest way to retain your title or lose a championship match in the form of a countout, and that really sucked for Grayson Waller. So this is going to be an interesting match this weekend, especially with like I said, the influence or installation of the steel cage, which will make this a very different ball game and make sure that there's no countouts, qualifications, and all that fun stuff. And personally, I like both sides of the match with the challenger Grayson Waller and the champion Braun Breaker. And with how this match is going to go, I don't know how it's going to go. It's going to be an intense, great, classic matchup that will be remembered for a good amount of time. As if I'm being completely honest, my prediction is that Braun Breaker will retain his title in this match, and this is definitely going to be a match remembered for both of their careers, no matter who wins and no matter who loses this match. Alright, so the second match we will be talking about is the Triple Threat NXT Women's Championship match between the champion Roxanne Perez and her challengers Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne of Toxic Attraction. Personally, I think it's going to be an interesting match, as Roxanne Perez will be going into this match in some interesting odds per se, because Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne are still a tag team, aka Toxic Attraction, going into this match, which it won't put it in her favor. And at this point, if you think about it, she's going to be in an unfair fight. The odds will not be in her favor, and this will be an interesting match to see how it just pans out for each competitor, especially since it is a free-for-all, knowing that Toxic Attraction will be teaming up to just simply take out Roxanne Perez out of the picture and hopefully trying to win the title for themselves. But we will see what will happen in this match. And personally, considering the fact that Roxanne Perez is basically the underdog in this match, and it's just going to be an interesting circumstance for Roxanne as the champion, and how it's going to be such an interesting match with having a tag team teaming up in a triple threat match where it's a free-for-all for a singles title. My prediction for this match is that Roxanne Perez will retain the title. So 2 titles will be retained out of the 5 that are going to be on the line in this pay-per-view. And with Roxanne Perez hopefully retaining the title, I personally think that this will lead to a split up between Toxic Attraction and possibly one or the other, either Jacy Jayne or Gigi Dolan attacking the other, which leads to a intense, long intense rivalry between the two, leading up to the next NXT pay-per-view, and just basically the end of Toxic Attraction as a tag team. So my prediction, like I said before, is that Roxanne Perez will retain the NXT Women's Championship. So the third match we'll be talking about is a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the NXT Tag Team Championships between the champion, The New Day, which is represented by Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and their challengers, Wolfgang and Mark Coffey of Gallus, Kit Wilson and Elton Prince of Pretty Deadly, and the fourth and final team that made their way into this match through winning the New Day's Triple Threat Tag Team Invitational, Andre Chase and Duke Hudson of Chase U. And if I'm being completely honest, this is going to be an interesting match because the Chase U did earn their way through a tag team match to get that fourth and final spot. And it was an interesting and very, very bold move by New Day by adding Pretty Deadly back into the mix, even though, if I'm being completely honest, they don't deserve this. They do not deserve this. they've had so many title opportunities and have lost. And the reason Gallus is in the picture is because Pretty Deadly had this gauntlet match where it was going to be an easy win to win the entire match. But Gallus replaced the final team that was supposed to be an easy win, easy pin for Pretty Deadly. And Gallus ended up beating Pretty Deadly in that final match. And that's what got Gallus into the title picture. And then Pretty Deadly wanted their shot, even though it should be their tag team championships, even though it's not. They lost it for a reason. They've lost multiple title opportunities, so it's on them. And I know it's kind of like a tangent for all this thing that's surrounding this match. But honestly, I can see New Day retaining the title even with this going on. And it's like I said, it's a bold move for them to have a fatal 4-way tag team match for their titles. Originally, it should have been New Day and Gallus, but they just kept adding in more tag teams, making their odds decrease as they added them on. It was originally 50% with Gallus and New Day, but now it's down to about half of that, cut in half to 25%. But like I said, interesting match, and I could see New Day retaining the titles. But my prediction for this match is that Gallus will go on to beat all three of these teams to become the new NXT Tag Team Champions and become the top tag team to beat in the NXT Tag Team division, especially with the caliber of superstars that they are and the caliber of superstars in that match in general. And honestly, what can I say? Gallus is like a pretty tough tag team, and they're gonna be. I can see them being at the top of the division for a very long time, and just a hard team to beat in general, especially with them having the tag team titles. So that's all I gotta say about that match. So final prediction: Gallus wins the NXT Tag Team Champions, or becoming the new NXT Tag Team Champions. All right, so the fourth match is a NXT North American Championship match between Wesley and Dijak. It's going to be an interesting match, especially with the fact that it was a heel versus heel match leading up to it on Tuesday night between Von Wagner and Dijak. And if I'm being completely honest, I can't see it going both ways. I can't see it going one way, retaining title or a new champion. I just see a new champion. I'm gonna be completely honest. I like Wesley. I like his background. I like how he earned his spot, earned his way to the top with earning his, well, when I say to the top, I mean earning his way to become the NXT North American champion. He's a pretty cool dude. I like his gimmick. I like everything about him, especially as a champion. However, seeing the size difference and just the difference in general between Wesley and Dijak going to this match, I cannot see Wesley retaining the title with the caliber and just how big of a dude and how tough of a dude that Dijak is. So my prediction is plain and simple: Dijak wins and becomes the new NXT North American champion. All right, so the fifth and final championship match of the 6 matches at NXT Vengeance Day is the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match between the champions Kayden Carter and Kiana Chance and their versus their challengers Fallon Henley and Kiana James. Honestly, I haven't really looked into this match a lot. I haven't really talked about it. I have seen some of these matches in the promos and the way this rivalry is built up leading up to this weekend's pay-per-view. But honestly, I don't really know a lot. I've seen how well both these teams can work together, considering the fact that Fallon Henley and Kiana James, Brooke Jensen ultimately just asked for this opportunity for them to think about, and they thought about it, accepted it, and it's going to be a pretty interesting match, especially since Fallon and Kiana are a brand new tag team. It's like more of the newly recent tag teams to be formed in the NXT Women's Division or NXT Women's Tag Team Division. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen for this match, but it would be cool to see new tag team champions, especially with the long reign for Carter and Chance. However, I'm just going to make the verdict and make my prediction as saying that Kayden Carter and Kiana Chance will be retaining the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship match, or simply winning the match and retaining their titles. Alright, for the 6th and final match of the pay-per-view, it is a 2 out of 3 falls match between Apollo Crews and Carmelo Hayes. If I'm being completely honest, from my perspective, I've enjoyed the past 2-3 weeks or so with cutting the promos and videos and all that fun stuff leading up to this match and just this rivalry in general. It's been an awesome rivalry. It's very intense. It's very in-depth, cutting edge and just awesome all around rivalry, it's gonna be a good match. Don't get me wrong. And at first I was thinking, oh, maybe Carmelo Hayes is gonna do it. But when I looked at the recent like promo video that they did on this past Tuesday, man, that means there's gonna be something interesting that happens during the match. That's like something's gonna happen during that match, and it's gonna be something that I'm looking forward to. So if I'm gonna be completely honest, my prediction for that match is that Apollo Crews will win the 2 out of 3 falls match against Carmelo Hayes, and yeah, as simple as that. I just say that because of what escalated on Tuesday, and I'm just looking forward to seeing that match and the mini matches that I've talked about and predicted and everything in between from this episode. And with that, that is the end of episode 1. But like I said, Apollo Crews is who I predict to win this match. And that's all I got for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of The Mind of Dak. And it's a new series that I hope to have around for a good amount of time, for at least 10, 20, 50, even 100 episodes. So hopefully longer than Dak Drinks Water. I'll bring it back, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But anyways, guys, if you have any ideas that I could do for episodes for the series, comment them down below. Would appreciate it. If you have any feedback, criticism, anything like that, consider dropping that in the comment section down below as well. If you like this video, like this idea, or just like my videos in general, subscribe and hit the like button. But like I said before, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, guys, stay hydrated, seek Jesus, and be like Dak. And also, peace and love. See ya.